Hello, beautiful people. How are you doing today? This is Teacher Daniel with you again. And today I'm recording a video that I wanted to record for a long time, teaching you how to increase your vocabulary, but not only in your mind, but being able to use that vocabulary. I have here a page that I like a lot, that I use with my students a lot. It's called www.esldiscussions.com. And what we're going to do is this. I'm going to do one, and you can pick any subject you want after that. Okay? So there are some steps. The first step, you're going to choose a subject that you like or that you want to know more words about it. Okay? So I'm going to choose jobs. Then the second step is you're going to study the words that you don't know. Yes, for example, you come here, you say, I don't know the word would or refuse. Yes, so I'm going to go to my dictionary and I'm going to translate it to Arabic or to Portuguese, or I will get this word and look in the English dictionary, which is even better, and try to understand this word. So then when I speak to the tutor, I'm able to use that word. Okay? And what's going to happen is we're going to call a tutor and we're going to talk to them, and we're going to ask them 10 questions, and they're going to ask us 10 questions. Okay? So then when you call your tutor, all you need to do is give him this link right here. I'm going to show you how it's done. To speak to a tutor, I'm going to use this application called Cambly. I'm going to leave you a link on the description with 15 minutes free. The code for that is English with Dan. If you use that code, you get 15 minutes free instead of just the 5 minutes that they give you. So go ahead and use that code or click on the link on the description. And once you're done, if you got the 15 minutes free, great. If you didn't, just send me an email or talk to me on Twitter or here on YouTube saying, teacher, I didn't get it. So I can contact them and get you the 15 minutes free, okay? So then when you get the 15 minutes free, what you're going to do? You're going to come here and choose a tutor, okay? Make sure you choose a tutor that is not going to be busy right away. Okay, so I see here some of them are going to be busy, so we don't want those. We want someone that is free to talk to us. And then after you call the tutor, I'm going to show you what you have to do. So let me just go ahead and choose a nice tutor here. All right, let's call Emily.
Hello.
Hello. How are you?
I'm good. And your name's
Yes,
Daniel?
correct.
Okay.
I have something that I'd like you to help me with, if that's okay.
Okay.
I have a
Of course.
questionnaire here about jobs, and I just wanted to talk about that with you. I'll send you
Okay.
the link, just a second. Here you go. So there you're gonna find 20 questions about jobs, and I just maybe want to, if you could ask me one question and then I'll ask you one, and
Okay.
then
And
we'll go through them. Is that okay?
yeah,
All right,
that's
cool.
fine.
So here, let's say I am student A and you're
Okay.
student B. Okay, so
Okay.
I'll start. I'll ask you the first one. The first one is, what kind of jobs have you had? Part-time or full-time?
So I have worked in a restaurant part-time while I was studying in school. I worked as a video reporter for the marketing and communications department in my university. I've done some freelance photography. I was an English teacher in Nicaragua for 1 year, and I also was a yoga instructor there, and so that was full-time job there. And then now I'm teaching English
Mm-hmm.
online and also looking for other
Cool.
jobs around. But that's most of my job
Where do you
history.
live?
Yeah. I live in Ohio in the
Nice. Very
U.S.
good. I'm in Colorado currently. Yeah, so
Oh,
not
really?
too far away.
Oh,
So just one thing, if I make any mistakes, can you correct me at the end of the session?
okay.
Thank
Yeah.
you.
I'll write them down. Let me get. And any mistakes in your
Yes.
English? Okay.
So you have, if you can ask me your first question.
Okay. Do you often check the job ads in newspapers or on the internet?
Mm, not really, only if I'm looking for something. If I am at a job and I'm satisfied, then not really.
But if you're looking for a job, you would maybe look at the newspaper, internet,
Correct.
probably.
Correct.
Okay.
All right. Let me see here. Are there many good job vacancies for you in your country?
At the moment, yeah. I'm kind of job searching right now and looking in some cities near where I live now, and there's a lot of opportunities, it looks like. So, yeah, there is some
Okay.
openings.
America's nice for that. I'm originally from
Yeah,
Brazil, and in Brazil it's really tough to find a good job. Yeah.
really. That's
Yeah.
unfortunate. Okay. What kind of jobs interest you most and least?
Mm, uh, I like anything to do with English. I also like music,
Okay.
so if I could uh, play keyboard on a good band for a good band, that would be awesome. That would be a great job. But I
Okay.
also have a family, so I like a job that gives me plenty of time to be with my family.
Okay.
Let me see. What is your dream job? I like that question.
Um, well, I would love to always on the side do writing and photography, and but I would like to start my own kind of, I don't know if I would say company or
Mm-hmm.
project or something. Um, and I'm really like I love the creative field. I have like some ideas, nothing set in stone. But I love the creative field, so I would love something to do with like fashion, photography, design, but I'm also passionate about like sustainability and different
Okay.
social issues. So I would love to merge those two worlds
Wow.
together kind of. And
That's a big
yeah,
challenge.
I know. Well, I have one idea I have is getting like secondhand clothing and upscaling them, like getting some designers and like fixing up the clothing and getting vintage pieces, like
Mm-hmm.
hand picking them from landfills or from secondhand stores and like creating like a company, but only
Nice.
recycled
I
material.
just
So that's
Good. I was
one
in
idea.
Brazil now for 3 months, and when we went to
Okay.
Rio, I bought my wife a shirt that was made out of recycled stuff, and the shirt is just beautiful because
Oh,
it has some of those
good.
lumps on the front of the shirt. Really, really beautiful.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Good.
Okay. So you got the next question.
What kind of jobs? Oh, I asked that one, I think. Did I ask number
Yes,
two?
we're
Sorry, I
on number
forget.
3.
Okay. Is the job market in your country growing?
Uh, in my country, Brazil, yes, it has it has decreased for a while, and now it's growing back to what it was 7 years ago, which was very good. Uh, but yeah, we are having a lot of
Good.
problems with corruption, so I'm not sure it's gonna work. So we'll see.
Okay. Hopefully it
Amen.
continues to grow.
What jobs do you do at home? That's easy.
Yeah, so teaching English online for Cambly, and also I work for another company, and yeah, mostly just that. I do a lot of writing, but I haven't published anything or gotten paid yet, so not really a job, but yeah, and some photography too, but
How do you
mainly
call
just
a
teaching
job that is
online.
not a job?
Well, it's not a job, but I guess
A
it's
hobby?
mostly a hobby,
Okay,
so I
cool.
guess it's not a job.
That's a new
Yeah.
word. Thank you. Okay. Your turn. Number four, I guess.
Um, what are the toughest
Say that again.
jobs in the world? What are the toughest
Hmm.
jobs in the world?
I have two that I can think of right now. The first one is a job that makes me live away from my family. The second, any job that
Okay.
makes me live away from my family. The second one would be collecting trash. I hate the smell of decayed trash.
Yeah, I agree with you. I can't. I res I have
Me
respect
too.
for the people who do
Me
that
too.
because I could not
Okay,
do that. Yeah, I think I agree. Those would
are
be
there
two
jobs that
difficult
are only
jobs.
for women and only for men?
Um, one second. Just a second. I don't think there should be, but there probably is. I'm trying to think. I think maybe there are some jobs that mostly women are doing, and some jobs
Mm-hmm.
mostly men are doing. But I can't really think of jobs that only a man can do
Okay,
or
fair
only a
enough.
woman could do.
Your turn.
Yeah. Is being a housewife a job? Should women get paid for this? It's
I don't know
interesting.
paid for this, but I think men should understand the value of that because a lot of men don't, and they should treat their wives
Yeah.
accordingly. By like coming
Yeah.
home and saying, "Honey, I know you worked hard today. Here's a gift, or here's something for you, or take $100 and go spend on
Yeah.
something you want." You know what I mean? Something like that.
Yeah. Yeah, that's a very good answer.
I think I think it's my turn now. How many job? It's number six. How many
Yeah.
jobs do you think you'll have in your life?
Oh, I don't know. I could see myself having at least like four more jobs before I like settle down with one or start my own project. So maybe
Okay.
five more jobs in my
Okay.
life. I don't know.
Your turn. You ask me.
Do you like job hunting, applying for jobs?
Uh, Not really. I like to get a job and just stay and uh, usually the job searching process is not something you do when you're in a good place. You know what I mean? So no, I don't like that. I don't appreciate
Yeah.
that. Uh, Number seven, are there any
Okay.
jobs you would refuse to do regardless of the pay?
Um,
Cleaning up
Probably
trash.
cleaning up trash. Uh, I don't know. I guess I wouldn't refuse. I mean, if the
Mm-hmm.
pay was really
a
high, I would
million
probably
dollars
do
to
it.
go
I don't know. I
out.
can't think of any. Oh, I would refuse to work in like factory farming, and I don't know. I think there's a lot of inhumane like practices in factory farming and the food industry, so I would refuse to
Good
work in a
answer.
slaughterhouse. um, what is the job description of your last job?
Uh, so my last job was in Saudi Arabia, and I was
Oh, okay.
teaching English there
Really?
to to Saudis. I stayed there for six years. Didn't teach all that time.
Wow.
Actually, I am becoming a better teacher as the time goes by. Of course, I'm an ESL. How can I say? I am a student of English, and at the same
Okay.
time I teach. So right now I'm in Colorado to get a master's in TESOL, and I'm trying different things, and I'm trying to get very good at what I do. But that was my last job. This is part of why we're doing this
Wow. Cool. That's awesome.
this project. So
That's cool.
all right, my turn. Is being a rock star or sports star a job?
I guess it could be more, I would say more career is a better word for it, because I think a job, I don't know, it could be a passion or a career, but I don't know if it's a job. I think all the people working for the rock star and sports stars have jobs, but I don't know. I would say more a career is a better word for it.
Fair enough.
Does everyone have equal job opportunities in your country?
No, I don't think so. In my country, they're like networking, which my Saudi students would call it wasta. It matters a lot, like who you know. If you know someone that can give you or can get you in a good position, that is good news for you. So you're gonna get a good job. In Brazil is the same way. So unfortunately.
What about like women or people of different ethnicities? Like, is it equal in those kind of areas?
In Brazil, I guess women a little bit, the distinction between men and women. But in Brazil, if you are from another ethnicity, as long as you can speak the Portuguese, which most people do, you should be fine.
Yeah. Okay. Interesting.
What do you think of the job of being an English teacher is like?
Well, I think it can be challenging but rewarding, and I think it's very interactive, or it should be interactive, and I think it can be creative and really active. I think it's a very active job, which is
very good. All right, your turn.
What's the best way to pass job interviews?
Well, I think first being well presented, like nice, whatever the company is. If you're going for an interview at Google, don't go on your suit. I mean, just dress as they dress and know about the company, and yeah, just be open. Don't just be able to talk about the company and what you want to do for the company, what you have to offer. Yeah. Pretty much make an ad of yourself. I think that's the best.
Yeah. Okay.
All right. This is number 10 for me. Who has the best job in the world, and why do you think so?
I would say a National Geographic photographer. Maybe that's because something I would love to do, but like they get to create like art. I think photography can be art, and they get to travel and learn about other cultures, and do like I think they do like some research in a way too, even if they're just taking photographs. It's I think a visual documentation, and so I think that would be the best job in the world.
Okay, very good. Your last question.
What is the best way to quit a job?
I think you just give them a notice. Talk about the problem. Just don't leave. Talk about the problem. If you really need to go, just give them a nice notice. Say, I'm leaving in another month or 3 weeks or 2 weeks, whatever is the required, and just leave.
Okay, good.
Good. Well, very good. Do you have any things that you heard that I said wrong? Or
one thing was, you said I was in Brazil now for 3 months. So you said I was, which would be like in the past, but then you said now. So I didn't know if you were in Brazil now or in the past.
I should have said I have just been to Brazil.
Yeah.
That was the right sentence. Okay, very good. What else?
Um, I wrote, then my note is confusing, but there was just a point where you didn't make a mistake, but I would have used a different word. You said,
Mhm.
I think I like jobs that have anything to do with English. I would say I like jobs that are related, have anything related with English,
Related.
but that
Sure.
was fine.
That's like formal, informal.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
that was fine.
Okay. Anything else?
One time you just said the word was women, but you said woman. So you
Yes, I
said the
noticed that
singular
too.
and not the plural, but that was fine.
Woman.
Yeah.
Woman. No, that's good. So let me just explain. I use this a lot with my students, where I use this website. They have 1,700 different, how do you call, subjects. So
Okay.
I ask them to study first, and then call Cambly and talk to the teachers about those
Oh,
subjects.
that's
But
good.
one of the things that I've learned is that it's better for the teacher to always correct at the end of the session rather than in the middle of the session,
Okay.
because that promotes fluency, which is the problem with most students
Mm-hmm.
in English. And so that's why I asked you to do that with
To
me.
wait. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, because if you stop them in the middle of their sentence, it kind of messes up the flow.
Okay. Very good. Very nice to meet you. And
It was nice
let's
meeting you too.
let's just keep sharing.
Okay.
All right.
All
Okay. Bye
right.
bye.
See ya. Bye.
Yeah.